Hey, everybody. Once again, you are tuned in to TWID Radio. If you haven't been told or just didn't know, TWID stands for that's what I do. And as long as you're breathing, I guarantee you're doing something. We're bringing you the real, raw, the relevant tackling news, dating, marriage, sports, and more. This is where the black community connects, grows, and thrives. That's what we do in our tribe, circles, and communities. So hit that subscribe button and join the Twitter revolution today.
The myth is that Lincoln freed the slaves, but Lincoln says it is a lie and a slander that we have any intention to abolish slavery in the slave colonies of the South. So why does it happen? Well, it happens because, as W.E.B. Du Bois puts it in his great book, Black Reconstruction from 1935, the slaves took matters into their own hands. 500,000 of them fled from the South, withdrew their labor from the Confederacy, found their way to Union lines. And Lincoln's generals are going, what do we do with these people? What's our policy? And initially the policy was return them to their masters, but they refused to go back. They came in such numbers that this wasn't viable. So this was a movement of self-emancipation.
Good evening, family. Once again, you are tuned in to TWID Radio. Okay, family, I know you heard it. I heard it. I know you heard it because I heard it. He said this was a result of self-emancipation. So when anybody tries to say, that we have no culture, when anybody tries to say, hey, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. See, sometimes you don't want to accept it if, it's coming from a black man or black woman when it comes to our history. There's a white man telling you about another white man and the lies that have been told about said white man. White man being Lincoln. All throughout American history, Lincoln has had one punchline that has propagated and made a symbolic overtone, which is Lincoln freed the slaves. See, in American society, as it pertains to black society, two white men are revered in black culture, unfortunately. White Jesus and Lincoln. They have taught us to love white Jesus to the point that you have black people disputing as to whether or not he was white or black. And they will take the side of his skin tone having absolutely no melanin before. Yeah. And white people will just say, well, it doesn't matter. Just let's keep seeing him being painted and promoted and displayed on television as a white man. You have Lincoln. The lies. He freed the slaves. As if to say, here's a good white man who didn't want slaves. Here's a good white man who disagreed with slaves. Here's a good white man who fought against. No. None of that. All of that is lies. Complete lies. And they've been knowing this, but let's finish up hearing what this gentleman had to say.
Enslaved people forced emancipation on the Union, on President Lincoln, through their own militancy, their resistance, and their mass flight.
So what do we just?
Okay, there you have it. He basically told you that the Negro fought back. We fought for our freedom. They may have taken our freedom, but we fought for our freedom. We fought to get our freedom. We fought to recover our freedom. But everybody wants to come over here now and say, well, you know, you have no culture. We got plenty of, as a matter of fact, we are the culture. And if you don't think it is true, then that's on you. We've read the books. We understand that they didn't want us to be able to read the books. We've had to teach ourselves, understanding that they didn't even want us to be taught. You got to understand how severe this is. You're talking about a group of people who were considered 3/5 of a human being, one, come from chattel slavery, two, raped, three, our native tongue taken away, four. I can keep going numerically. I can keep going. Sold off, families broken apart, babies, your kids being snatched out of your hands, taken from Texas to Oklahoma, from Oklahoma to Tennessee, never to be seen again, having to go through breeding forms where you're made to have sex. Like we're some pit bull, like we're some dogs. And we're supposed to, and see, the Jews are able to discuss what happened to them during the Holocaust, but it amounts to nothing compared to us, what we were. They weren't making the Jews self-breed forcefully. They never looked at the Jews or called the Jews 3/5 of a man. And whatever happened to the Jews, it didn't happen on United States soil. So what are we talking? The lies. But now we're operating in the truth because it's the only thing that'll set us free. Oh, and we care not about who gets offended. Why would you get offended at the truth? The only way and the only people that get offended at the truth are those who we call and consider to be liars. And if you're a liar, then that's just what you are. Family, you've been tuned in to Twitch Sense, but that's what I do. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, family, as always, all praises to the Most High. Peace.